Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about goal setting. You know, that thing you do every year but then forget about after 2 or 3 months. Except this time, we're going to talk about ways to make smart goals. Because I'd rather make smart goals than dumb goals, wouldn't you? So let's get started. My name is Paris Clough and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel, we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage and protect and grow your assets. If that sounds like the kinds of things you'd like to learn, go ahead and click like and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of the videos that I produce. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Napoleon Hill said, "Anybody can wish for riches, and most people do. But only a few know that a definite plan plus a burning desire for wealth are the only dependable means of accumulating wealth." Like I shared in the introduction, in this video we're going to discuss goal setting, and I'm going to talk about the 4 main areas where you should focus on your goal setting efforts. First, let's talk about why we should set goals. If you don't have a destination, you're really going to take the scenic route in life. A ship without a rudder goes wherever the current takes it, so it's important for you to set a goal and make a plan in order to achieve your dreams. Dreams can become a reality if you'll set a goal and then make a plan to accomplish it. There are many ways to set goals, and one of the most common or popular methods is called the SMART method. SMART is actually an acronym. Each of the letters in the word stand for something. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for attainable, R stands for relevant, and T stands for time-based. Let's talk about each one of these and give some examples. First, let's talk about specific goals. A non-specific goal would be, I want to save a bunch of money next year. What does a bunch of money even mean? Another example would be, I want to lose a lot of weight. What does a lot of weight mean? So if you can get specific about what amount of money you want to save or what amount of weight you'd want to lose, that's going to be way more powerful than having a generic goal. Generic goals get generic results. Specific goals get specific results. So if you want to have specific results, you need to have specific goals. Another good example of a specific goal is, let's say you want to buy a new car next year. What kind of new car? What is the color? What's the model? What's the make? What's the trim? The more details that you can put into the goal setting process, the better. Now let's move on to measurable. Measurable is critical because that what you measure gets done, or at least it has a higher likelihood of getting done. So making sure that you can actually track your progress towards the achievement of that goal is a critical part of having a goal that's measurable. Let's say you want to save $5,000 by the end of next year. Well, each month you can track how close you're getting to that goal. That is an example of a goal that is measurable. Another example would be, let's say you want to lose 20 pounds next year. Well, each month you can track how many pounds you're losing so that you can make sure that you're measuring and tracking and keeping track of your progress towards that goal. So a goal that's measurable is a goal that actually has a chance to be achieved. The next thing is attainable. You want to set goals that are attainable. Goals that are realistic. If you're 5'1" and you have a goal to be 6 foot and you're done growing, that's just really not attainable. If you have a goal to put aside $1 million next year and you only make $50,000 a year, it's probably not gonna happen. So things need to be attainable. They need to be far enough outside your comfort zone that they actually stretch you and get you to actually take action, but not so far out your comfort zone that you don't even believe that they're possible. So make sure that you set goals that are attainable, meaning they're not only possible, but they're probable. Otherwise, you're gonna lose hope and you'll likely quit early and you're not going to achieve that goal. So the next letter is R for relevant. Making sure that your goal is relevant to your current life values. A lot of people have goals for their life or a macro level goal. Make sure that your micro level goals will fit within your macro level goals so that each one of those goals will lead you eventually to the bigger goals. If you have a huge goal in life in 10 or 20 or 30 years, then you want to have smaller goals that will help you know that you're on track to that larger goal. And those smaller goals need to be relevant to the bigger goal. So let's say, for example, you have a goal to retire in 30 years. Well, you need to make sure that you're hitting your benchmarks and you have smaller goals each month, each year in attaining that. Let's say you want to have a very successful business that you can sell. At some time, you want to make sure that you're achieving smaller goals, that those smaller goals are relevant to the larger goal of obtaining a business that's worth selling in 10 or 20 years. The last letter in SMART is T. So creating a goal that's time-based. Time-based goals give you a deadline, and that deadline motivates you to accomplish that goal in a certain time frame. If you continue to procrastinate and put off your goals, the likelihood of you ever achieving them is very low. That's why putting a deadline or making sure that you have a time frame in which to accomplish your goal is a part of your goal setting program. Because if you don't, you may not ever achieve that goal because you keep putting it off and procrastinating it. So make sure that your goals are smart, that they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're relevant, and they're time-based. If you're getting value out of this video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you take a minute and click the like button right now. And while you're at it, go ahead and click subscribe too. So now I'd like to share with you the 4 main areas where I set goals in my life. The first area is my intellectual goals. These are things that will affect my mind and my ability to grow and stimulate me intellectually. What are some things that I want to learn? What are new skills that I'd like to have? One of the goals that I have for this next year is to learn how to edit my videos more effectively and put in a little more or a little different special effects. I use DaVinci Resolve, so one of my goals is to learn and take tutorials on how to edit more effectively in DaVinci Resolve. And so those are the types of goals that you might place on what you want to have intellectually. What are some good books you want to read? What are some goals that you can set that will stimulate your mind and your intellectual growth? The next area is my body or physical goals. I love being physically fit, so I do work out 5 times a week. I love doing yard work. Those are some things that I love to do outside. And so physical goals are critical. Do you have a goal to lose weight? Do you have a goal to learn a new skill, to play a sport? Do you have a goal to learn some self-defense? Maybe you have a goal to learn karate or martial arts. Or maybe you want to learn how to do gymnastics. Whatever it is, set a goal and then create a plan to accomplish it. The next area in my life that I set goals for is my spiritual life. I like to categorize my emotional and my social things into this particular category. I believe that my spiritual and emotional health are just as important, if not more important, than my physical health. So I really like to take time to ponder, to pray, to meditate. I like to take time to read the scriptures. I like to take time to make sure that I'm serving other people. Giving service to others is really fulfilling for me. And I have goals to serve others. I have goals to read the scriptures. I have goals to pray and meditate on a regular basis so that I make sure that I'm communicating and connecting with my spiritual side of my life. The last and final area that I set goals for is my financial life. And this is what this channel is about, of course, is setting financial goals. What are you going to do in your financial life this next year? What goals do you have? Are you going to get out of debt? Is this the year that you're finally going to take back control of your money? There's so many people that want to take back control of their money. Are you going to be one of them? Are you actually going to do it this time? Is this the year that you're going to start that business idea you've always wanted to start? Is this the year you're going to buy your first rental property or start investing in the stock market? What are your financial goals this year? Let's keep each other accountable. Put a goal that you have for this next year in the comments below and share with me what you want to accomplish this next year. Personally, one of the goals that I have this next year is to get monetized. And then by the end of next year, I want to be able to have made an average of at least $1,000 a month. So I know at the beginning of the year, I'm probably gonna make less, but at the end of the year, I should make more so that I average out to have $1,000 a month next year. I'm already looking forward to creating a video at the end of next year where I give an accountability of what actually happened and how close I got to my goal. Your best life won't happen by accident. It will happen on purpose. So what is your purpose and what are you doing to live a purpose-filled life and an intentional life? I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do that on purpose. Well, my question is, what do you do on purpose? What are you doing today that's on purpose? Abraham Lincoln said the best way to predict the future is to create it. You may not always have control of everything that happens to you, but you always have control over how you react. If life sends you lemons, make lemonade. I've heard it said many times that there's 3 types of people in life. Those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that wonder what happened. Which of the 3 are you? I hope that you're somebody who makes things happen. In the next 5 years, you're gonna be 5 years older. You might as well be older and wiser, older and more successful, older and richer, older and more accomplished. If you're gonna get old anyways, make sure that you have something to show for it along the way. Live life with intention, live life with purpose, and the most effective way to do that is to set goals and to make plans to accomplish those goals, and then do everything in your power to stick to it. I hope you take time to make some fantastic and smart goals for yourself for 2021 and beyond. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.